everybody tuning in to our latest episode of Mocktails, which is our men of color sharing their stories. So we got Princeton Perez about to have a nice conversation with this young man, and we're gonna talk some real stuff. So make sure you guys tune in, get ready, because we're gonna have a good time. So let's vibe out to some of his music. Right now, we playing Control.
Oh, hey,
What's up, guy?
hey! You want to hear something?
Let me hear something. Let me turn this down. Hold up.
Hey,
Hey,
it's a new song.
let it play. Let it play.
Hey, more than just honest. I'll keep it 1,000. If it was you, it'll be problems. If friends they say you deny, yeah. I'm just feeling my ride or die. Wait, boy. Hey. Maybe you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Oh, no. Maybe you can find it in your heart to think clearly. Hey. Girl, I don't wanna fight no more. I know. My bad, I got excited. I was listening to my music.
No, that's what's up. That's what we talking about. New music.
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pull over to the side. I forgot I had to. I leave to Atlanta tomorrow.
Okay.
So, me being a tourist, I procrastinated, and everything that I was supposed to do within the past month, I'm doing in the last hour. So,
Of course.
I'm doing
Listen,
everything
you
right
going to
now.
Atlanta. You in Atlanta. Be careful, because coronavirus is crazy in Atlanta. So make sure you stay inside.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I was just in Atlanta like a month ago. Yeah, I've been back in Atlanta for about a month, and I was out there during like quarantine and the corona and protesting. Everyone was doing all of that. So, I feel Atlanta kind of roughing me up a little bit. I feel like I can go through anything after that experience. Everything good though?
And you
I'm about to pull over right now.
I'm good. No, everything is straight on this side. You are
First
in LA though,
line
right?
while driving, okay?
Listen, cops, this wasn't us. He didn't do that. He's not saying that. He's not on the phone.
I meant, yeah. It's actually, yeah.
These are recorded, sir. We don't need no problems.
Exactly. Okay, and we are good, just like that. What's up?
Chilling, man.
What's up, everybody?
You doing all right? Everything straight on your side?
What's up? Yes, I'm looking.
Yeah, I already know these comments
this
is crazy.
It'll
be all right. It'll be all right.
Oh, what up, Kyle? Yeah, man. I'm just running around getting some last minute shit done. Everything good with you? Let's get into it.
Good. Let's get into it. You already know. So
okay,
you've been just quarantining and all that stuff. How has that been? How have you been reflecting now that supposed to be staying at home, but
Well, quarantine's been really good. The first couple of, I want to say the first 2 months, I really stayed at the crib and, like did what everyone else was doing. I kind of caught up on like Netflix and Disney Plus dropped and had like a little fun with that. But then, me being me, I couldn't not work for too long. So then I ended up going to Atlanta for 2, and I recorded a whole new project. So, yeah.
A whole new project.
What's up, everybody?
Wow.
Oh, what up, everybody? Let's see. Yeah, I went to Atlanta and I wanted to record a few songs, and I ended up recording 5 songs. So.
Oh wow.
I recorded with Jermaine. I recorded with Jermaine Dupri. I recorded with Bishop, who did like majority. Tricky, Pierre, Drummer Boy. I recorded with a lot of dope people. So.
Right.
Yeah, man.
What's up? So a lot of our audience, we want to know a little bit of backstory. But just, you started very, very, very young, like 10, 11 years old. one question I always had for, celebrities and people in the industry who started so low was, when did you, at that age, when did you realize that the type of level of celebrity that you had, or that you was like, wow, like I'm famous, or wow, this like took over,
Uh, to be completely honest, I've always felt famous. In terms of I come from a Mexican family,
Okay.
full Mexican. Nobody's my skin complexion. I'm the darkest in my whole family, like 50 plus
Okay.
of us. So I was always like the oddball out in a way. So whenever we went out with my family, whenever I went out with my friends, I was always the one that people kind of were like, "Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?" And I was never a shy kid. I was always loud and rambunctious, and singing and dancing. So I
Right.
kind of was a little. I had a little clout in like my crew of school that I went to. Felt like, okay, whatever I do, I got to be like in the entertainment industry, and then I just happen
Okay.
to love to sing and dance. So I always felt like I never fit in it anywhere. And to be
Right.
honest, when you're famous, because I don't think I'm famous like that yet, but when you're famous, you always point it out. That's what makes you popular. That's what puts you in the limelight. So I always
Right.
felt like always me. So yeah.
Okay, okay. So you talk about being put out there, especially with being famous, in terms of like the pressure, once you were a part of a group and was out touring and all that type of stuff, was in terms of like a support system, was it really like your family, or do you have friends, or do you have like mentors or anybody that kind of helped you?
Oh yeah, it was definitely my mom. I'm an only child, and my mom's been
Okay.
single my whole life that I've been with her. So it's always been us
Hmm.
two. So for her, to me, and trust my manager Keisha to let me move in with her, and join a
Right.
group and travel the world and be homeschooled and do a lot of things that I look at my little cousins now that I'm my age when I started. And I'm like, you guys aren't
Right.
even where I was mentally during that time.
Right.
And
Right.
so definitely my mom. My mom really trusted in my vision. I was a very hard headed young kid, so I
Right.
wasn't gonna take no for an answer. I was really gonna do what I was gonna do, to be honest.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So, in terms of like what you were doing after, finished with the group, and there's been a period of time, where you got, when you had your music and stuff and you getting everything out and starting to be out there, what were you doing during that time?
Man, I just lived life a little bit. I
Hmm.
joined mindless when I was around 9, 10 years old, and it ended when I was about 20. And so I was the first
Okay.
person in the group, and I was the last person in the group. So I really
Wow.
rode that group out like my whole childhood. So after that, I kind of just wanted to live life a little. And by life, I just mean like do simple things: get a car, get a license, go hang out with friends, go to the movies, go to prom, go to football games, go
Mm.
to the beach, just do things that I was never allowed to do because I was so busy as a young kid. So I just kind of lived
Right.
life a little bit, and from that I kind of um, found myself in the studio. I missed, and to be honest, it felt like forever, but it was only like a couple months. It was like 3 months just chilling
Mm.
and enjoying the money that I got from the group and just
Right.
enjoying life. And I was about to turn 21, and I just decided to cut all my hair off and get in the studio and
Right.
basically start over. And that's
Right.
that's exactly what I did. Oh, what is
Oh.
everyone saying? Thanks,
Yo, these
y'all.
comments
What
is
up?
crazy.
Thanks,
So
man.
crazy. So, you talk about growing up and, going to be a little bit more serious right now. A lot of people we see, and especially men of color, are not, able to grow up and not able to, grow old. One of the biggest things is that we wishing that, I hope that my brother, my father, whatever, can die at old age. But as Black and brown men, it's not looking real good for us right now, and I've seen
It's
that
bad.
you were real like vocal during the Black Lives Matter movement, currently happening, and when everything was going on with George Floyd. But why did you feel that it was important to speak up during this time?
Well, I'm a young black and brown boy in America, so it hits home for
Right.
me. And um, I also feel like, and I've been racially profiled my whole life. I in
Mm.
school from friends in the group. We got kicked out of so many restaurants and so many hotels just because of the color of our skin. So it definitely hits hard home. And also too, seeing how vocal my family was. Nobody in my family is black. I'm the only mix with them. To see
Yep.
how vocal they were, it really made me feel good because it's never gonna affect them. It's like in that
Yeah.
the Black Lives Matter and what we stand for. It's never gonna affect any of them. So to see how vocal
Right.
they are, it made me feel like, wow, I could really inspire people to at least have empathy. You may not understand what people are going through. You could at least
Right.
have empathy, have a heart for people. And I saw that from my own family. So it really inspired me to speak up a little more. Because I've always been vocal about it, but I really wanted
Yeah.
to make a statement with it. And that's why I created the site, PrincetonPerez.com/Black Lives Matter. I just made a site
Mm.
with every link, like hundreds of links and donations and petitions for of everything, of trans and young Hispanic kids and women and black men and just everything you can think of. Because I feel like we're in such a crazy time right now where people are actually using social media as a good tool, and I wanna
Right.
be part of that. So
Right.
yeah, for anyone watching that doesn't know, please go to that site. It has everything. Um,
And what's
yeah.
the site one more time?
PrincetonPerez.com/Black Lives Matter. It's pretty simple. I see
Perfect.
a lot of people on social media that like get motivated and get and tell people and send links here and there, and then they kind of get sidetracked by all these different links. There's thousands of links, so
Right.
you really don't
Right.
you people kind of get scared and go away. I created one
Right.
site. It's one link that has
Right.
all of them, so
Right.
there's not really an
Right.
excuse for people to,
Perfect.
get sidetracked.
Right. So you talk
Absolutely.
about social media and how, people are able to use that and people are being real vocal on social media. You're somebody,
Yeah.
your age, who for the most part grew up with social media. How do you think that social media is really kind of moving the needle, especially in the younger demographic?
Man, it's amazing, and it's the devil because people just are so confident with it, and you get blocked and people will make different accounts and they will
Right.
stalk people and do different things. So that's the downfall of it. But the upside of it is people have a voice, and especially young creatives, young black creatives that are actually talented. No
Right.
shade to anybody that are very talented and so
Right.
creative and unique and authentic. They have a platform to really showcase it. And I follow, there's Black Twitter, and they do that. I
Yep.
follow strictly
Yep.
Black Twitter, so that's all I see on my timeline. I'm constantly
Okay.
retweeting and liking. And right here, this hoodie and this shirt. I mean, and this hat. That's from
Yep.
a black-owned business that I'm in LA. And I was
Nice.
like, yo, I'm pulling up. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna rock it. I'm gonna shout you out. I do that all the time. So, uh,
Perfect.
yeah, man. So I think social media is a
Good.
great tool
Good.
right now if you use it right.
So if you use it right, and you got to make sure, and even talking about using things right, do you think that black and brown celebrities have a responsibility to speak up? Because a lot of times, when everything was going on, it was no one's not saying anything, or why isn't this person saying something? What do you think about that?
I think every black and brown person, I think everybody should speak on it
Right.
because I think this world is missing the kindness of the soul and a kind heart. It doesn't take a lot to educate yourselves, even if you don't understand it or never experienced it. You got to educate yourself, and everybody in this industry that is black and brown have been through more than anybody else can to even break through to get half of the opportunities that anyone that everyone else has. So,
Right.
especially coming from a black group, I mean, it was so hard for us to break through. We Mindless Paper performed at every high school in LA and
Mm.
opened up for everybody, Justin Bieber and Janet Jackson and Nicole Scherzinger and Jason Derulo and Backstreet Boys, until we finally got our first headlining tour, and that's like more work than half of these other artists do. So, and and that's just in the industry, and that's not even like half of the
Right.
hardship that people go through in life. So
Right.
I feel like everyone should speak up. I use my family as an example. They're a
Mm-hmm.
full Mexican family that educated themselves, and they educated me and I'm educating them. So I want to
Right.
motivate people to just, you know, educate yourself on it.
Yeah. So, in
Even
talking
me, even
about,
me. I'm yeah.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm saying even me. I'm a young black man, but I'm still learning the black community. I mean, I grew up in a strict Mexican family my whole life.
Right,
I didn't grow up on my dad's side. Nothing but Spanish, Hispanic food. And my mom tried her best to educate me, but you're never gonna get it like from a real authentic black family. And it wasn't
right,
until I joined my honest behavior, and that's when I just learned the simple things like the black culture. I mean, black TV shows, cartoons, church, food,
yep,
certain slang, certain styles, certain artists, certain
yep,
movies. I didn't know none of that, and I'm still learning every day.
yep,
So,
yep,
um, it's fun. It's fun.
yeah,
So
yeah.
educate yourself, everybody. Everyone out there.
No, I mean, I'm
Nice.
actually the same way. Both of my parents are like my mother. She was born in Trinidad. My father was born in Nigeria. So I didn't
Oh, dope.
understand the Black American experience. You know, there's one thing to be African American, but there's another thing to be Black American. And hip hop and all that stuff. My parents, they wasn't listening to that. And normally you listen to stuff that your parents, brought you up on and all that type of stuff.
Listen to
So
yeah.
it's a disconnect. So I definitely understand where you're coming from, you know?
A big disconnect, but that's why I'm happy for my fans. I have majority of my fans are Hispanic girls and black
Right,
girls, so I'm glad. I'm learning from them every day, and
right.
I can't wait for all of this corona to stop so I could hug them and get at meet and greets. Ah, I miss them.
Perfect, perfect. And so let's jump into the music. So, you put out music, it was about last
Yeah.
year that you put it out as solo artist. But what was kind of like that transition from like were you nervous from putting out, your own project on your own? Well,
Oh yeah.
your own project?
Hell yeah. I had like a full-on anxiety attack the night before my first song dropped. Which is no different than any other night. But yeah, man, it was very different, especially me. I wasn't the lead singer of the group. I wasn't even
Mhm.
like the lead rapper. I was just, I was part of the group.
Right,
And it was very scary for me to just do it on my own, and it's still scary, but I've seen how much I've grown. I mean, I literally went from having panic attacks to recording in front of the boys in the studio to now I'm about to go to Atlanta and do my uh third session with Jermaine Dupri in the studio. So just to see
right,
how my life has changed
right.
it feels good. It feels good.
How has your relationship with the fans changed? Like, what was that like from going from, a group to, being solo? What was that dynamic with the fans? Was there any kind of differences there?
The fans.
Yeah.
Oh, my fan base has grown. I mean, I've always stayed connected with the fans through social media. That's the
Hmm.
benefit of it. I never really went away. I still kept my social media up, and but it wasn't until I had a meet and greet in New York that the EP was gonna drop.
Right.
My first meet and greet in like 2 years, and I just tweeted that day, "Yo, meet me in Times Square tonight." Blah blah blah. And it was a Thursday, and it was random. No one prepared for it, and about almost 4,000 fans showed up. And I saw
Wow.
a lot that were NB fans. I saw a lot of fans that had no idea who Minus Baby were. That thought I was a
Wow.
brand new artist called Papi Chulo, and then I was like Hispanic Latin artist. It was funny. It was like so. I really saw like wow, my fan base has grown and my social medias have grown. I feel like people now could see genuine artists and they know how
Right.
genuine I am. So
Right. Good. So, in terms of like the entertainment industry, are there any aspects of it that you want to tap into? So, you came out, you was with a group, did a lot of pop and
yeah.
R&B. Are we still in that arena?
No, the project was R&B and low pop,
Hmm.
but since I've been in Atlanta, it was my first time recording in another state. I'm usually in LA, and
Hmm.
one thing about me is if I'm around a certain amount of people, I listen to certain kind of music without me even knowing it's gonna influence how I make music. And the first single, "Chew It Up," is like a trap ATL type of record. And then I spoke up a little bit, so I have Latin music on there, I have reggae music on there, I
Oh,
have
dope.
pop music and R&B. So it's very diverse, but definitely the ATL influence is in the whole project. You just hear that ATL influence. So yeah.
Dope, dope. So what do you want? So when your fans, new fans are listening to your music, what do you want them to feel when they listening to Princeton Perez?
Man, you know what? I'm 24. I know I want to make R&B music, and it's kind of
Right,
cliche to be like, I want to make talk about love, and I want to. But you know what? I'm keeping it real. I'm 24. I'm from LA. I'm just now a brand new artist as a solo artist. I'm living
right,
life. I'm having fun. I can't wait to go on tour and get on stage and sing and give lap dances to my fans and just go wild with it. So I want my fans to turn what I want. I
right,
don't want no one in this time right now. It's so depressing with Corona and quarantine
right,
and the protesting. It really could bring people's mental health down. So I want to bring everybody up. I want them to dance. I want them to make TikToks. I want them to get ready. You know, when I was making this project, I strictly was making it thinking about tour. Every song I
right,
made, I thought of, oh, I can't wait to perform this. I can't wait. Oh, my bad. I can't wait to perform this. I can't wait to perform this. I'm getting
right,
hyped. This phone. I can't wait to do so. You know, the whole project sounds like a concert. So
right,
even if my project comes out and concerts are still closed, you can blast it in your room and think you're at my concert. So that's
right.
where I'm at. I want my fans to just have fun, man.
Right. Perfect, perfect. All right,
That's all.
so we about to do
That's where I'm
some
at.
rapid questions. All right, and we got
There you
just a
go.
few.
There you go.
All right,
Okay.
so during quarantine, we had a few challenges and dances. What was your favorite challenge?
Oh, my favorite challenge was I like the little water bottle. Hey, oh,
With the
I do that on
babies?
all my. Yeah, I like that one. I'm the biggest bully to all my little cousins, so I like that. I like
Okay,
that.
dope, dope. In terms of Black Lives Matter, are you more like Martin Luther King Jr. or Malcolm X?
Probably Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay.
I hope.
Um,
I have no.
who is your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush is passed away. Her name was Selena.
Wow. Okay, perfect, perfect.
Selena. Yeah.
Um, what is the most expensive thing you bought yourself?
This baby right here. This good old whip. This is good old G.
Okay.
Oh shit! I could have sat over here this whole time. My car.
All right. Your card. Perfect. What are your quarantine must-haves?
Oh, Disney Plus, hot Cheetos, guacamole, homemade that I made. My bad. And a bunch of blankets, a bunch of pillows. Lay down. I'm cool. That's all I need.
Perfect.
Oh,
What was the
and a
last thing
pool,
you
a
want?
pool, a pool. I need a pool.
Gotta have a
I need
pool.
a pool. I need a pool, and I need a pool. That's all I need. That's all I need is a pool. I can swim all day. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. What was the last thing you watched on Netflix?
Last thing I watched on Netflix was Hamilton. Oh, not that's Disney Plus. My bad.
Disney Plus.
Last thing
Yep.
I watched on Netflix was I don't know.
I think we're gonna do Disney Plus. It's all right. We'll leave Hamilton. That
Hamilton was
works. That works.
yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah.
um, for your summer playlist, name three
I miss
artists
who's
that's
watching
on
this
it.
live. Hold on. I miss who's watching this live. All these people watching my live. Go ahead. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Say it
All
again.
good. What name three artists on your playlist, on your summer playlist?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Scissor. I'm gonna say Drake, and I'm gonna switch it up and say Sade. Yeah.
Perfect. Um, and what are your favorite lyrics of all time?
Oh, I'm so happy that today I found my friends. They're in my head. That's from Nirvana. Kurt Cobain wrote that. And as a
Okay.
kid, like I said, I didn't have any friends growing up. Like I was the oddball out. I used to get bullied, and my mom always used to tell people he never had an imaginary friend. He always had an
Mm,
imaginary audience. So I would always be in my room singing, dancing to an audience that was never there. So my friends were in my head. I just thought of them. So yeah, that's my favorite lyric.
Perfect. And last question. Choose one rapper and one singer you want to do a song with.
Oh, one rapper, I'm gonna say Missy Elliott, and one singer, I'm gonna say Usher. And that's it.
Perfect. Usher. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man,
All
I
right.
love
So,
you so sick.
listen, Usher is my favorite. No one can say it. He's top down. That's my guy.
He's the fact that I got to record with Jermaine Dupri, man, I felt like the Mexican. I'm trying to find a picture of the one of me and JD, but I can't find it. Whatever. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
man.
So what can we look forward to from Princeton Perez in the future?
Man, I'm looking forward to giving you guys Chew It Up. Chew It Up's dropping very soon. And I'm looking forward to I'm actually what I want to tell the fans, hold up, this is perfect time to tell the True Lives, is I want to pick 25 True Lives. By the end of this week, so this Saturday, I want to hold a Chula Zoom party, and I want to play, and maybe you can join if you want. And I want to play 25 exclusive people the Chula music video before it drops to anybody. So
Dope.
that's what I want to
So how
give you
you gonna pick
guys.
them?
I don't know. I don't want it to be like a competition. So I really want to pick fans, but I think if you get an invitation from me this week, just be on the lookout in your DM. You get an invitation from me, you're invited to Zoom party, and I'll play you the music video for anybody.
Perfect, perfect. All right, guys. Well, Mr. Princeton Perez, thank you for joining us for our mocktails. Thank you, fans, for joining in with us. Make sure y'all always checking in with him. Make sure you True Lives. Y'all make sure y'all look out for that
Hey,
DM so y'all can join the music video party. Oh, I think he left. Well, I think he's out. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a good night.